Hey guys, Brenda here. I wanted to share a little bit about my story and how I became a Beachbody coach. So I've been a coach for 3 years, signed up in August of 2012. I am a full-time employee. I worked in corporate America for about 6 years. I started as a retail employee at a bank and then moved my way up through the ranks in the 11 years that I've been there. So while I was working, I was also going to school. I got my bachelor's and I got my master's in business administration and finance. When I graduated school, I was still working in the same job. I had gone from retail to corporate. That's something that I had always wanted to do while I was working in retail. And then I found myself working in a cubicle, 9 to 5. I had my degrees, and I was sitting there, and I just felt empty. I didn't want. I looked at the future, and I didn't want my life to be like that forever. At this point, I had a lot of student loans from getting my master's and bachelor's, and I was looking for a way to make more money. I even considered getting like part-time jobs somewhere close to the house. My fiance at the time wasn't very happy about that because he knew that I was going to be gone all day if I was working two jobs when we were going to have time to be together. So when I threw that idea out there, that kind of went out the window. At the same time, we had just started Insanity. We had gotten a bootleg copy of it, and I had gone through month one, and I met up some friends for a dinner one time, and I mentioned, doing Insanity, and I didn't know at the time, but one of the girls at the dinner was actually a Beachbody coach. She's my coach, Erica, now. And so a couple days after that, she messaged me on Facebook asking, how Insanity was going. I told her that I kind of had quit because it was the summertime and I had a bunch of excuses. So I told her I was going to try again. She invited me to be part of a challenge group, and I didn't know what it was at the time, but I agreed. I could use the motivation and the accountability, so I decided to sign up for that. She asked me to try Shakeology, and I really was hesitant at the beginning. We were trying to save money for our wedding, and I didn't want to spend money on something that I didn't really need. So I went to eBay and I bought like a 3-day sample pack, and it was a bad idea. I think what I got was expired, and I learned my lesson. So don't do that. But a couple of days after being in the challenge group, I really liked the environment, and then she reached out to me again and actually invited me to watch a webinar about the business opportunity. Christina Sullins was the one running it, and I remember hearing her story about being a corporate employee and being laid off and going from that to a six-figure income earner, and I was shocked. I didn't know what coaching was or what you had to do, but everything that she said at that moment, I felt like it was what I was looking for. It must have been a weird, God thing, but I honestly believe that presentation and that invitation came to me at the time that I needed it. I heard a 30-minute webinar and I was all in. Like, Erica messaged me after I heard it and she asked me what I thought, and I was like, I don't care what I have to do, but I want to sign up. And so my fiance came home and I told him, I think I want to be a Beachbody coach. I don't think he knew what that meant either, and he was like, okay, that's your thing, go for it if that's what you want to do. And I signed up with the Asylum Challenge Pack, and I started, being a product of the product. Today, 3 years later, we were able to pay for our wedding and our honeymoon to Greece in cash, thanks to, the extra income that we were able to bring in with our business. I've met, all the amazing people that you're going to meet in this group. We've been able to meet them because of what we do in this business. We've learned so much about, ourselves. Our relationship with me and my husband has gotten better. I don't think that, it's been the best that it's ever been. And we've known each other for 8 years, but I attribute that to all that personal development that we do while being coaches. So I hope that you guys learn something while you're here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me or anybody else in this group. We are happy to have you here, and we hope to see you around more.